Hey everyone, it's me, and welcome back to my Best Vintage Life podcast. Long time no talk. Yeah, Art probably just made your ears hurt. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry.
This is my co-host, Art Bazarkanian. And I'm Bridget Morawski. See, it's been so long, he doesn't even remember how we used to do this. I would always say that. I am the creative director of Baz Brothers Unlimited, a vintage wholesaler based in Fresno and Los Angeles, California. And Art is the CEO and president.
El Jefe.
We are two parts of Baz Brothers Unlimited. And we're back. It's been since September. I just gave everyone a heads up on Instagram to check your Apple Podcast app because I know sometimes they stop downloading episodes if people don't put out new ones, which is kind of shitty, but I guess it's like I don't know, an auto thing. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go right into our normal deets. Just carry right on like we never skipped a beat.
No, it feels like a long time, but it doesn't feel like a long time.
I know, because we've been so busy.
It's been insane.
Email admin, ADMIN, at mybestvintagelifepodcast.com. That is the best email to reach out to us. And social media, you can find us on TikTok and Instagram. Being a little bit more active on there than I was. I had taken some long breaks around the holidays. Our website is www.mybestvintagelifepodcast.com.
There's a lot of great stuff on it right now. We have loaded it up.
Well, a lot of it's sold out, but you can do wholesale shopping on there for our lot specials, which are fun little special lots we do for wholesale shoppers. What are you shaking your head at?
Well, I made the balloon blow up. People get excited to go, and you're like, there's nothing there.
And there's also one-of-a-kind vintage for those of you that aren't resellers. There's not much of that on there, but I'm working on it.
Here we go. Popping the balloon.
No, I'm just being honest. It's called honesty. Anyway, the most important thing on the website is the wholesale FAQs. So please make sure you read those thoroughly before you reach out to me with an email. These are the kind of emails I've been getting lately, and I'm hoping not to get more of these. How do I place an order? Do you have a price list? Where are you located? When are you open? I like getting emails where people give me all the information I need up front so that I don't have to try to get things out of you, like fishing. I don't like having to do a lot of fishing because I don't have a lot of time. So the more you set me up for knowing, okay, this is this person, this is what they want, this is exactly what they're looking for, read those questions. It should be very easy for you to either send us an email about making an appointment or placing an order. And Art's phone number is right on the website. So if you want to bypass me and you're really kind of chomping at the bit to make an appointment, call Art.
I love phone calls because I hate going back and forth on emails. I feel like talking to someone, you can cut through a lot of the questions right away.
But that's why I kind of have it set up as like self-service. Like, honestly, you don't even really have to talk to me if you don't want to.
Don't talk to Bridget.
The one thing is worth mentioning is that we're really booked up. For some reason, people can't come to grips with this, and it's like almost like a little offensive because people just, I tell them, and then they still try and like make same week appointments. I'm like, listen, things have changed. It's not the same as it used to be. You're going to have to start booking in advance now, and you're going to have to get your shit together, basically.
Just planning ahead.
Yeah, but some people aren't good at doing that, and that's just,
then
what, your whole life
LA.
doesn't have to be like that, but at least, when it comes to shopping with us, you're going to have to get on that train,
Yeah, or just go to LA. Roth has good stuff too, but it's just different.
And he just told me his hours are now Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. So that's a new thing. He's open every day now. So on the website, I recommend calling him. Do not text him to make your appointment. And his minimum is $500. So it's a little bit lower than ours. Our new minimum is $1,500 per day. And that is for new clients. Our existing clients have been grandfathered in the meantime. And Obsession at the moment. I'm drinking. Long drink. Started drinking those over the holidays. It's a gin drink. I think I ordered them when you were.
It's a gin drink.
When you were ordering from Total Wine, I was like, "Oh, that sounds good," because I wanted something festive.
Yeah.
And it was cranberry, and the guys were coming in. We were getting booze, and I was like, "Let's get something festive." And it was a cranberry gin mix, and it's fizzy, but they also make a strong one which doesn't have cranberry. It's just gin, but it's so freaking good.
I would never have guessed this is gin.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm
drinking hot lemon water. That's kind of been my thing lately. It's really good for for pooping. It's great. No, I mean, you'll lose inches off your waist. You'll feel better. Your skin will look better. It's hydrating. It's high in vitamin C. Great for cold and flu season.
You should give them the disclaimer.
What?
Does not work on Armenian men.
Yeah.
I drank a gallon of it. Nothing.
Oh, well, because you were
I had
like
like
hoping.
5. I had like 5 with in your. And
It's not
like
just
you have
about
a sip and you're
pooping.
like, oh my god, I feel so good, so good. Look at my face, so clear. This stuff is working. And I'm like, oh shit, I could use that. Nope. No.
More like no shit.
Yeah.
I just I feel it invigorates me, gives me energy. I don't drink coffee, but I am a big tea drinker. I have been drinking less tea. It's hydrating. It's great.
Well, I didn't say it wasn't good. I'd really
Not great
enjoyed
for your
it.
tooth enamel. I'd say the juice of 2 lemons a day is good. Just some hot water. I'm lucky my neighbors have a lemon tree, and also our friend Tony
How about me?
has
I
given
brought
me
you some
lemons. Yeah, you have a lemon tree too.
Yeah.
Bogart
But
in them.
I mean, the way to do it is to throat it. Is that what you guys call it? When you just don't let it touch your teeth and you put it on your tongue and let it slide back?
It's an air sip.
Air sip? No, air sip, just like you pour away. But this can
It's
literally
really
touch.
just, if it wasn't hot, I'd probably drink it through a straw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hot is weird through a straw. But
yeah.
anyways, I don't want to digress too much from the topics here at hand.
We
So
have handy topics.
handy topics. So I kind of made a little list. So one of the big things we did right around the end of September, or the last episode we recorded, was the Sacramento buy, and we did some bonus episodes on it. I don't want to touch too much on it.
Yeah, I'll just,
But in case
in a
you
nutshell,
missed it.
a business owner in Sacramento wanted to sell their entire warehouse, and it turned out to be crap. So I've been doing my best to kind of recoup, but we have to kind of like move on. So it wasn't anywhere near the quality or the quantity of stuff promised. But so now most likely I won't deal with that individual again. But a lot of times in business, you have some great come ups and you will have some come downs where you don't even break even, but you got to move on. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's what is it? No crying over spilled milk kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So in this business, you just got to liquidate and move on. The more you dwell, the more opportunities you miss out on. So a lot of times, we try to give you the honesty instead of hyping up things and but that's not truth. It turned out to be a lot of work for very little reward.
Yeah. Well, it's not like your typical buy. It's a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces where I think you're used to buying more like groupings.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's the first time we've done a buyout. I've bought out people's booths. I've bought out people's stores. I've bought out different things. But this is the first one that literally did not make a cent on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet?
No, we haven't broken even. No way.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Womp womp.
Yeah.
And before I go any further, we're doing a new format on the podcast. We're just we're gonna bullshit about vintage and what goes on here, and talk more about our lives as wholesalers. Probably like a little less educational than what it used to be. It's not that I don't.
Well, there's always a moral.
I think
to the story.
you'll learn things from our stories, but I think. I was just feeling so pressured every 2 weeks. Like, okay, what are we going to teach people this week? It's like almost like a teacher, that feeling again of like.
Well, that's how you took it as.
Have to have a lesson plan. And it's like after so long, you kind of just want to do your own thing, and we might lose some people for that, and we might gain some people for that. We'll see. I hope you stick along for the ride. And don't forget, if you are loving the podcast, if you're new to it, a rating and a review really help, because we weren't recording and doing episodes and constantly reminding people to do that. We haven't had a lot of ratings and reviews in a long time, especially a good review. So if you don't mind, if you have 2 to 3 minutes and you have something nice to say, it would be really, really helpful. Those, just like everything else, there's an algorithm. So would really, really appreciate that. And also, I'm no longer doing the newsletter. So that's one thing I'm not doing. I've had some people reach out to me about like, are you still doing this? Are you still doing mentoring? I don't do the mentor program anymore. I would still consider doing a 1 hour session with someone, just like a one-off session, but I'm no longer doing the recurring program. I'm not doing the newsletter anymore. I had to cut back on some stuff just because our business has changed so much. So basically, there's going to be the podcast, our social media channels, and the patron program, which I'll talk about later. We have it'll be 44 episodes this weekend, bonus episodes. So
Sweet.
If you've been missing us, that's something you could have done in the meantime, but I know not everybody has the $5 a month for it. So, but it is an option. Moving on to the next topic. Did you want to talk about the denim that we did the 3-part TikTok on?
Yeah. A lot of times, a lot of, we go through a lot of denim here, and to get denim, sometimes you have to buy big quantities in order to get the things that you need. And this last one, it was 25,000 pounds, waited months and months to get it. And of course it wasn't what we had asked for, which unfortunately happens in this business. Someone will be good for the first 2 shipments and then they try to bone you on the third. But lesson learned. So with that one, you still have to put in the work. You still have to separate. You have to figure out what you're making, what you're doing. And then with the trash, which I call trash, you got to figure out if it's good for someone who's got just a basic store. Because a lot of the stuff would be great for like a consignment store, a Plato's, because it's modern. Kids, a lot of times, if it's a bunch of kid stuff, I like to donate those to the shelters here, And then the ones that were just so bad, the crotches or back pocket rips, that even if you fix them, that just looks horrible. We just cut those legs and then just keep all the legs. And the legs are what we use to make all our rework projects that you guys have seen with the pillows, the blankets, the throws, the jackets, the pants, you name it. So we try not to waste things and recoup that way. But, sometimes you just don't get what you expect. Now, there's been 3 other situations where things have panned out for amazing on the plus side. So, sometimes you just have to roll and then you just keep doing it and then you'll get something right. We've had, as you guys know, we did a big thing with Carhartt. So we did buy a lot of double knee Carhartts. So some of those people who were sending us the Carhartts now have, since we stopped buying until probably March or April, they were industrious enough to ask, well, what else can you use? What else can you use? Well, I told them I'm always buying certain types of denim. And these people have come through with beautiful denim, high quality, which I pay way more for, but it saves you the trouble of having a bunch of junk to go through to get that, You
have so much better luck with that kind of stuff than me. I put my feelers out later last year about sweaters, and it was just crickets, Yeah,
well, we'll try again.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, you can't stop. You have to keep moving forward. You have to keep trying. And sometimes it could be your fault for not explaining it properly, or, you can't assume the person you're speaking to or texting understands what it is you're looking for. Visual helps.
Yeah.
And the more detail, and, you start small, like, hey, let's try 20 pieces. Let's try 10 pieces. And then you go from there. Then you can have that trust factor of, all right, send me 100.
Yeah.
So that's paid off. And then that other deal that just came in through the door today.
Well, that was kind of on my list.
Am I going out of order?
Well, yeah. I just
Go
wanted
ahead.
to say, if you were interested in learning more about or having a visual of the denim buy, the not so great one that Art was talking about, we did a 3-piece TikTok session on it, or series session. And I also use those as reels on Instagram. So you can watch all 3 of those if you'd like a visual, or, kind of, it helps, I think, when you're like, God, how many pairs of denim, how many pounds of denim? It's nice to actually see it. So if you wanted to check those out, those are online on social media.
Yeah, and you can kind of see what we do with it. Like, because I explained in there, like when you're opening these bales, you can't just, oh, this one's good, this one's bad. No, what you got to do is you got to separate into the brands. These things came Levi's, Lee, Wrangler, and then there was even some other stuff, like random stuff. So we separate that way. Then after you separate into those categories, whichever your highest pressing need is. In this case, it happened to be Levi's. So then those Levi's get separated into the different cuts: 501, 505, 517, 646, 550, 560, and then other. So there's a method to the madness, so it's not overwhelming.
Well, I know that what came today is positive. If you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, this was a really one of those times, like, it came to you because you've done so many good things for others. I think that's how I look at, like,
Or maybe
these kind of
because you've
things.
been shit on.
Hey, half cup. What is it? Half a cup empty? Cup is full, empty. I look at it as always full. It's better than nothing, right? So anyhow, one of our clients sent a message to me saying, hey, there's a person who just posted that they're looking to sell their denim collection. Okay, well, that was nice. So then I followed up and I asked Bridget, because I don't have Facebook or Instagram or any of that stuff, see if she can get a hold of this individual.
It was through Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, I was able to find
the
him and send him a Facebook message.
And then she gave him my number, and within 10 minutes, he called me. We spoke. Super nice guy up in a very beautiful part of Canada. And then, and he hadn't had any pictures. He didn't have anything. So I just requested he could send me some pictures and have an idea of what there was, and if he had a price in mind. So it ended up being about 500 pairs of jeans, and about 250 to 300 was pure vintage from the 40s into the 70s. Then about 200 of it, or 150 to 200 of it, was a little bit more modern stuff, but still collectible. And he was a collector himself, and he had started out in the 80s, 90s, just buying denim because he liked it. And now it was time. He wanted to build a new barn, so he wanted to get rid of it. And obviously he was going to make decent money on it. So the logistics really scared the crap out of me, because it wasn't a very easy part of Canada to get to.
Can you talk a little bit about it?
Huh?
Can you talk a little bit about it?
How so?
Well, like what province he was in?
In Labrador.
Yeah.
Newfoundland, Labrador. Newfoundland, yeah. But on an island in that province. So I'm already like thinking, man, how am I going to get a Gaylord out of there? How am I going to figure it out? Well, luckily this guy was, he's a business professional who actually ships a lot of things across Canada. So, which made everything easy. And so he had everything in totes. Oh, Canada. So it made it easy. And he palletized, took care of the shipping for me. I sent him a wire for half. And then once the goods got into the United States, I haven't even seen it, but I paid him for the rest, because I had that trust feeling with him. So I'm not worried about it. It was very fair for him. He was very happy.
Well, I feel like he's just like a very unpretentious, honest person.
Yeah, and I looked up the city, and it's one of the most beautiful cities, and it's ranked in the world as like a top 10 city for quality of life. I'm like, and I started looking around the town.
Yeah, that part of Canada is just like Prince Edward Island. The show Avonlea. Well, you wouldn't know. So Avonlea.
These, like, if you guys know like, anything about Levi, so there's a lot of Big E's. There's going to be, there's over 100 something red lines, 40 or 50 Big E's, and then some off-brand denim from the 40s and 50s, which I love because, it's different. So excited. It's sitting at the dock. I was, it was hard not to go through everything today, but we're so busy. I have to prioritize things, and the highest priority was sorting gauze Indian clothes with Bridget.
No, that was not a high priority, but that's something fun that I'm working on.
I didn't want you to hurt your back, so I moved all the boxes for you.
Yes, well, thank you.
Because you did such an amazing job the last 2 days curating it, so I had to move it into a special location for you.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to talk about that actually in a second, but I owe...
Man, I'm great at leading you into stuff, huh?
Sure.
Sure.
I owe our old ad patrons one more ad read. I'm no longer doing the ad level, so this will be their last ad that I felt like I owed them. So we have Oak City Vintage. It's a community-curated vintage shop in Oklahoma City, showcasing the best local vintage sellers and makers in apparel, accessories, and home decor. Our goal is to create a joyful and easy shopping experience for our customers. We carry a variety of styles from dresses to blouses to tees and denim, all ranging from the 40s through the 90s. The shop strives to bring a one-of-a-kind shopping experience so you can feel good and look good while supporting local businesses and keeping beautiful goods out of the landfill. New arrivals are added to the floor and website weekly, so there's always a chance to find your next treasure. That's oakcityvintageokc.com. And thank you for your patronage. And like I said, this will be the last ad read for these patrons. Three Marguerites, resellers of curated finds on eBay. Antique, vintage, contemporary. Hand smock dresses on Sunday mornings. A pearl snap shirt in the same dance hall where Grandpa waltzed Granny. A Shetland wool sweater keeps you cozy around the campfire. Chicken soup and the price is right under an heirloom Afghan. We hope you'll find these memories and more in our eBay store. 3 Marguerites gladly ships overseas through the eBay Global Shipping Program. And that is ebay.com/str/3 Marguerites. That's MARGUERITES. And last but not least, Elwood Vintage was opened in 2016 with a dream and 3 t-shirts. 6 years later, Elwood Vintage has that perfect piece for every occasion. Put on an Elwood Vintage tee and hear the loud guitar screaming, feel the drums beating, and you singing your heart out at your favorite 80s rock concert. We have that buttersoft biker tee that will take you back to your first motorcycle ride with the wind in your hair and 0 Fs given. Visit elwoodvintage.com. Don't forget about that perfect crisp pair of vintage jeans to jump into in the morning. When you buy vintage, you are buying more than the clothes. You are buying the memory and the good vibes that come. Elwood Vintage. Wear them till they melt off. So thank you so much to all those patrons who were our ad patrons. I really appreciated that. I was just trying to kind of streamline the patron program, so I'm down to just 1 level now. We used to have ads and we used to have mentoring. Now it's just the bonus episode level, and we do have 2 new patrons. First off, if you want to join the patron program, it's $5 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So if you wanted to listen to all 44 of those episodes in 1 month and cancel, that's cool.
That's 23 cents an episode.
Yeah. Great value there.
10.
Thank you for the math.
43. No, 11, 12 cents. Bump it up. Bump the patron to $10. We need at least a quarter an episode.
$5 level. You get an on-air shout out, and you get to ask Art a burning question, and you get 2 bonus episodes a month. And I have kept up with those, even though we weren't doing the regular episodes. So those have continued since September. We have 2 new patrons. Susie. Susie's a local person from Visalia, I believe, down in Tulare County. So hi, Susie. Thank you for your patronage. And I think Haley might be our other patron. If you make a patron account through Podbean, please, if you make your username just something I could kind of tell who you are. A lot of people don't. And
just so I can say thank you.
Yeah, obviously, so I can say thank you, and I can ask you what you want to ask Art for your question, or if you want to shout out for your business or for something you do personally. So Susie and maybe Haley, I think it's Haley, let me know if you want to ask Art a question on air or advertise something, a little blip. I'd be happy to give you both a shout out. So yeah, 43 bonus episodes, and I'm doing number 44 this weekend. So you're going to get 2 episodes this week if you are a part of that program. We'll probably have.
Remember the other buy we did too?
Can I just do the patron website?
Sure.
It's patron.podbean.com/mybestvintagelifepodcast. There's links for that in the show notes and also in our social media link in bio if you'd like to join for just $5 a month. And we'll have to rejudge our schedule so that it's bonus, regular. I know we weren't going to promise 2 episodes a month, regular one, but we'll try. So that is it for my patron spiel. I did want to talk about the India stuff, but what did you want to talk about?
I was going to talk about the poster buy.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. For those of you who know, one of our friends had a store in town which he shut down, and he had amazing blacklight posters from the 60s and 70s. What kind of genre would you say they are? Love, peace, anti-war.
Anti-war.
A lot of druggy
sexual,
kind of stuff. Sexual.
Like heavy on the sex, drug references, alcohol references.
Anti-establishment.
Very like, there's some really great like black imagery, I think.
Oh, yeah. Very much so. So anyhow. Yeah. So we bought a large chunk of the posters from him. And so that's been kind of fun, and we redid the room. Well, Bridget redid the room downstairs. Then we framed some, and then we've got a display. We bought some poster display cases so you could see them better. So that was kind of fun because, and then him.
I'm having 2 of them framed for myself. I picked one that has a hot dog on it, and it says "In God We Trust." I just thought it was kind of kitschy and funny, And
Well, you do love hot dogs.
I do, yeah. It's like, if God's a hot dog, I'm down. and
Lord, forgive her.
and let's see. Oh, and a Palma Street one. It's like a very long, thin poster with like a palm reading.
Oh.
Those were the two I kept. So I'm sorry. Continue.
No, that's it. So
we have like we have blacklight flashlight. It's like the same thing you'd use for a dog or cat urine.
And
then we also have actual like LED black lights now, which are much safer.
And last week,
and 2 of them are for sale on the website. I'm gonna try and get more up. And I mean, keep in mind these things are super rare. We're not selling these super cheap, but it's definitely something that you can buy, have professionally framed, and it will only go up in value.
Yeah. That's the cool part. They're all originals. A lot of them are hand screened. They're not repops.
And certain artists did them. That kind of stuff is really important. So
last week, my brother bought something, 3 truckloads of wipes.
Yeah.
So if any of you need wipes, these are very good
they're not
wipes.
ass wipes. I'm just kidding.
They're not ass wipes. The name sounds like an ass.
You're an
because
ass wipe.
Douxie, which phonetic is dookie.
No, it's not.
Is douche?
It's there.
It's
It's so many vowels.
That's dookie in French.
Who told you that?
The Cajun guy, the
Oh,
Cajun
Corey.
listener.
Yeah.
So dookie. So we've got dookie wipes. So and they're our sponsor now. So I have to read this ad. So they normally retail.
They are not our sponsor.
They normally retail for $6.99 a tub, but we are selling a case of 12 tubs. So that is an $84 value for only $30. So get yourself a case. These things don't expire for another year. Look it up. They're very good. They're lemon lime scented. They're antibacterial wipes. And you can see a picture of them on the website.
No. Fuck you will.
Come on, man.
But in all reality, I mean, I know not all of you are vintage resellers. I don't know, maybe you run a daycare or something and that sounds cool to you. Email us. We'll sell you some Dookie wipes.
Yeah, shipping is super easy too. You know, it'll be worth it. It'll be. And I also,
you can sell lots of wipes and I'll sell lots of clothes.
There you go.
How about that?
Get your Dookie at Bass Brothers. That's why, people always ask, how come you guys are not just Bass Brothers? Why is it Bass Brothers Unlimited? Well, in the beginning, we pretty much bought and sold anything and everything.
What about Baz Brothers and Bridget?
It doesn't flow.
No.
You got to go.
I got to go. All right. I quit.
Well, that would be the first time for 2023 and added to the totals for the past, 6-7 years. Brings in a grand total of 14 times. She quits for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I do. I go on strike. I'm getting the union scab rat. I'm going to blow him up.
And then she does her dance, which is the cutest dance possible.
Scabby the rat and a big fat cat, I'm protesting work today. if any of you don't know who Scabby the rat is, he's a big blow-up rat on the East Coast, much more prevalent, that gets blown up on a lot of job sites where there is union work being done.
So I did not believe her that this rat existed.
No,
so what do I do?
He used to be in the Navy Yard. I'd go into the Navy Yard the back way when I worked at Urban, and I'd go past all the shipbuilding yards and everything, and every now and then I'd literally be next to like a fucking 20-foot tall inflatable rat.
Yeah, so I looked it up, and there really is Scabby the rat, and I couldn't stop laughing. So I think I'm gonna have to order one.
I want one just for like you can get a smaller one.
Yeah, I won't get a 20-foot one. No. I think it might scare the people across the way.
Yeah, big rat. The India buy.
Okay.
So when did we do the India buy? How long?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And unfortunately, the stuff has been sitting for a long time. It sat for too long. We opened boxes like piecemeal here and there and found some really cool stuff. But it wasn't really until recently, I guess I felt just got a wild hair to start digging. And because I love doing these lots so much, one of the reasons I love doing lots is because so many people are able to participate in the wholesale process more. I don't require people to spend the minimum when they're buying lots, and I know that is a hang up for a lot of people, especially now that we've raised it. So
What blows me away is they usually sell out in a day, like within hours.
Not all of them, but a lot of them, yeah. I mean, a lot of them on Instagram do. Yeah. But now I'm trying to push it more through email to get people to sign up for our emails. I don't like being totally dependent on Instagram. I know I sound like a broken record about that.
No, email's the way to go.
Yeah.
You don't know how long these social media companies are going to be around.
No, absolutely not. So I really...
Especially with all these balloons going by, that could be the Instagram balloon.
It's the spy balloon. It's not funny.
I know.
I keep laughing.
I know.
It's so fucking
really?
stupid.
What is it? Really? Not a spy balloon?
No, don't. Not appropriate. Anyways, the India buy. So this is something that...
It was over 100,000 pieces.
Something that Art's brother, he was kind of like the liaison.
Yeah. It's over 100,000 pieces. It's a lot of tops, dresses, and there was even rugs. And the thing is, it was
found
cool. The main reason that he did this by was, one, the price, and then just the fabric alone that we've sold from it has pretty much come close to
so
paying
he kept
for
the fabric, because I have a box of fabric.
Yeah,
up
the blue
there.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
remember
like
when we
poplin.
sold that? That was like the big
I
chunk.
didn't know he did that.
Well, one of... So bought all that.
That was very audible.
What was it?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
$5.
He can pull the stick out of his ass.
I was walking out in front of Skates of America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is this... No, this isn't us coming in. No. Okay.
It said $5.
So he sold... Art's
Fabric.
the worst whisperer in the world, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up.
I don't whisper.
So, yeah.
Probably because my voice is so deep.
Here's the deal, and I was talking about this. I did a little story session today on the India buy. It's an unusual buy for me because...
It's a take-all, so it includes everything, and that's
It's highly unorganized. I'm not used to this much disorganization. I've seen some, but this is like if you open a box, the first layer, you're like, oh, it's all the same. So I've started putting my hand all the way down, and then I feel a different kind of bag, and I lift up. I'm like, oh my God. So it'll be like 10 of the same item on top, and then on the bottom, it's just like one-offs of everything. And I have started organizing it, so I'm like constantly running around.
The profit is in the work.
Yeah, no, I know. And I'm going to do lots on a lot of it, and I've already...
That's the bad style. We don't have an unlimited bank account to make it super easy for us. It's just our sweat equity is what's got us to where we're at.
Yeah.
And I'll take that stuff any day.
The only thing, that sucks about it is, and I mentioned this on Instagram, is there's a lot of stuff now, I mean, even before that, just culturally insensitive.
It's not insensitive.
Well, to a lot of people it is. Maybe to you it's not. But
No.
Some of our clients don't care. I'll be totally honest. I didn't say this on Instagram, but like LA people don't give a shit about much of anything, it seems. Like when it comes to like cancel culture and wokeness, like they'll buy anything. I just don't feel comfortable selling some stuff.
Yeah, well,
and Japanese don't give a shit.
You're a media personality, so you have a lot to lose. Me, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not any sort of personality.
I'm not saying it's like it's like a fucking genie costume or something like that. But some of
we
it's
sold
just...
out of those. Remember the pink one, the orange one, and the lime one? I even kept one for myself.
Some of it, as a white woman, I'd feel a little bizarre wearing, like the heavy embroidery.
Appreciation.
Oh my God. Art does this kind of stuff to get a rise out of you. So if you're feeling angry, he's doing that on purpose.
I like to make it's just conversation.
We like to stir the pot.
Stir the pot. Because you're cooking something good. What makes everything great is the fact that you take so many things from different cultures. I mean, look how much, like my Armenian heritage, right? I wasn't born in this country. We were refugees that went to Lebanon from Armenia, and my mom was born in Lebanon, but yet she learned how to incorporate Mediterranean cuisine into Armenian cuisine. There's
Let's
a fusion.
just say this. If I saw someone wearing traditional, Czechoslovakian dresses, beautiful, and they weren't Czechoslovakian, and they were like, I don't know, making a joke out of it, I wouldn't be happy about that.
But if, let's say, you're a white girl and your boyfriend happens to be Indian, can you wear that? But he's not there with you?
A lot of people do for weddings and stuff like that. That's different.
I know. I've seen it. It's beautiful. Yeah. I think it's a form of respect more than anything.
And that's your feelings on it. I'm just telling you, we work in the fashion industry, some of the most culturally sensitive, woke people in the world, and that's just how it is.
You know what the beauty of it is?
What?
You can buy it or not buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the beauty of it.
I know.
But I will sell it.
Okay. And that's why I have a to-go to
now,
LA
if I see an
box
upside down Jesus, I'm not selling it.
Well,
I'm throwing it away.
Okay, well then that's what you're sensitive about.
Exactly.
That's why I'm making a 2 Raffy box where I'm putting all the stuff in that I'm like, our clients aren't buying this shit. Like I said, people in LA don't care.
Yeah. Different parts of the country, yeah.
Yeah.
Something for everyone. I love that.
And the things I picked out are very neutral. You know, it's a lot of gauze and cotton, some pretty embroidery, some stripes, plaids, gauze.
Some of the stuff you picked, I loved.
It's more bohemian, you know, not even bohemian, just
Coachella.
no, ew, God, no. Ugh, no, thank you.
Brimfield. Marfa.
It's a mishmash.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful stuff, though.
Yeah, so I have that stuff put aside to make lots out of. That's exciting.
Are you going to do lots of the houseware stuff? Because I know you're really into the placemats, napkins, different good luck charms.
I'm taking a lot of the placemats for myself.
How many placemats does one man need?
One woman. I don't know. I mean, at least a few. I don't have any, really.
Do you know how many boxes of that stuff there are?
There's not many of that. There was one box I said, oh my God, this is a fucking napkin, because some of the boxes have samples on the outside. So Art got it down for me today. And I was like, oh, this is going to be my fun box for later. There are housewares. There's doormats, which are kind of tough to ship.
There's even rugs full on.
I did a story on the bedspreads. Those are gorgeous. Yeah. I have those at my house and at my cabin. Yeah, no, I don't know about the housewares. I'm focusing on the clothes for right now. I might do like the housewares at a retail price instead of wholesale lots. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Life-wise, I feel like we have a lot of catching up to do too. Or are you on a time schedule? I saw you check your watch.
What?
Are you short on time?
I'm always short on time, but I'm not rushing anything.
Well, first off, I just want to say that this weekend will be 2 years since we lost Art's dad.
Yep, I'm headed to India to visit my mom, and then on Sunday we're having mass for him. Armenians like to celebrate every year.
Yeah.
And so we do special mass.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. I haven't seen my mom in a while, so it'd be cool.
Long time. Long time.
Yeah. I talk to her almost every day, though, every other day. So I feel like I see her.
Yeah. Well, the holidays, I felt like were pretty good.
Yeah, it was positive.
Yeah, for me, I think it was like the best holiday season I've had since my mom died. I know that's crazy because it's this year will be 14 years. My mom's gone.
Oh, good, I'm glad.
Took a long time, but finally got there. And I just took my tree down last weekend.
It's amazing.
Art brought it with us to the warehouse to throw in the dumpster. Literally just threw my tree into the dumpster 2 days ago. Kept it alive. I wanted to decorate it for Valentine's Day, but it was just too brittle. So.
No, I really think if I could have just gotten some rooting compound and just stuck it out here, it would have made it.
Yeah, I got it at the North Fork, California Boy Scout troops. It was $20.
Yeah, and then I really think, like, I was trying to figure out why your tree was still around, and I think it was what you said. You were using reverse osmosis water.
Yeah, I had a whole house water filtration system put in right after I bought my house because the water was just, oh my God, it was really, really hard. And part of the deal that they give you is a free RO, which was funny. They wanted to put it in my kitchen, but there was no room for it. So the next suggestion was my master bathroom. And they wanted to give me the faucet that came with it. Remember Brush Nickel?
Brush Nickel.
So I use in my house in Fresno, all of my fixtures are Delta Champagne Gold. And he was like, this is what we have. And I said,
Brush Nickel?
Which is it's a joke. It's this, it was a video of, was he Scottish or Irish? Ooh, I don't want to fuck up. I think he was Scottish. Guy. Yeah, he's
shoplifting.
I don't know. I think he was Irish.
No, Scottish.
Either way, it was not real. He was acting, obviously. But shoplifting. They accused him of shoplifting. So I was like, Brush Nickel. So, anyways, I have an RO faucet in my bathroom, and I was using that water to water the Christmas tree, and I think that's really what kept it going.
Over 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it, I think the weekend after Thanksgiving. So,
Like some plants don't last that long.
I know. I know. Some people just kill plants so easily. It's sad. I adopted 2 mini horses, Lightning and Bolt.
They are the cutest things.
Art loves them.
Yeah. They're a crack up.
They're
The
a little
videos
bit.
are-
They're a little bit bigger than standard mini horses. Excuse me. They're former Amish cart ponies, so they're pretty strong.
They are very strong.
Walk both of them at the same time, but they're a handful, and they love to fight and buck and bite each
So
other.
it's father and son.
They're father and son, so the son is a little bit faster than his dad because he's younger, and the father chases him and tries to bite his ass, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
They're sweeties.
Yep.
I'm so glad to have saved them. I rescued them from a place in Walnut Creek called Angels for Minis, and I'm so glad I did it.
Well,
I
they had
eventually,
rescued them.
yeah, they from the elk cart auction in Texas. A lot of the horses there end up going to Mexico for slaughter because horse slaughter is no longer legal in the United States.
Thank God.
Thank God. Unfortunately, they still do it in Mexico, and they treat those horses awful, so awful at that auction. So thankfully, they were rescued, and I was able to take them on. And eventually, one day, I work hard because I want to have my own animal sanctuary. So that's the minis were the first piece of that. Hopefully, they'll be alive to see it happen.
Oh, they will. Yeah. As hard as you work, of course they will.
Yeah. And any other updated topics? Our news, life topics? Anything exciting you wanted to share?
Nothing I could think of.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's a whirlwind every day.
Yeah.
You know, there's no 2 days that repeat themselves.
I recently went up to my cabin, and there's a big issue there, but the guy we have working on it, he's pretty cool, and I think it's going to be fixed very fast. Some water leaked in through the roof and mold, and you know, if you know anyone that has a rental property or a vacation property, and when you can't be there 24/7, especially the bad storms we had here. I mean, I don't know if you guys aren't in California and you didn't follow the news. I mean, things got really crazy here for a while, and
It could have been worse.
there's 2 ways into my cabin and 2 ways out, and for a while both ways were shut down, so it's not like I could have done much of anything. So just kind of dealing with that, but finally getting the deck done up there. It's going to be really nice to have a place. I really want to do retreats up there. It's just a matter of getting the house
Well,
finished.
sign me up.
Yeah, well, you'll be there. You're part of the retreat weekend,
That's
VIP
right.
weekend.
I'll do the yoga fishing.
Art will be giving a fishing demonstration. I bought him fishing lures for Christmas. They look like frogs. And that's really...
Oh, they're going to be good.
It's gonna
I'm excited.
snag a bass.
Yeah. Snag a bass.
It's so funny because the guy that did the cleanup at my cabin, Tom, used to work for Z Cavarici. He and his wife are in he calls it the rag business. And his wife's family used to make clothing labels, and then that's what he did. So it's weird that we found him up there. And now the guy building my deck, Paul, used to be, what did he say?
He was a studio musician, and most of the albums he was on were for Skid Row.
I'm like, what the fuck? How
So
do these
cool.
people end up here, up in the middle of nowhere?
Peace.
Peace, yeah. No, I was like, I
Peace.
didn't see you in
LA
LA, Paul.
will
He's like,
make
yeah.
you.
He's like, because I got sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, look at me. I was in LA
Such
for
a
way
lonely,
too long.
empty feeling.
LA is, unless you're in the mix,
Yeah.
it's vampire haven.
Yeah.
It's a weird place, honestly.
Weird energy.
Yeah.
I like going there to eat. And shop. But
Well, that's positive.
yeah, eating and shopping. Let's see. We talked about the patron program. Talked about our topics. Obsession. Did you have an obsession, Art? I skipped your
You
obsession.
drank my obsession, lady.
Oh, that's right. You talked about it. You talked about the long, strong drink.
Long
He will
drink.
be a
Long.
strong man.
Oh, that's the other thing. Man, she got me hooked onto this Rocky Horror.
Oh, at Halloween. Yeah,
She
we
made me
thought we
watch
skipped
it.
Halloween too.
And this
God.
entire time, my entire life, I mean, I'm literally have seen it, never seen the movie, never seen anything. And I just remember growing up, my friends would go, hey, you want to go to the midnight showing? I'm like, what is it? Rocky Horror. Oh, I don't like scary movies. They're like, oh, it's not that scary. right? Because I don't like scary movies. I just don't.
Art just assumes everything's scary.
But it says Rocky Horror. I mean, they should have come up with a better title, like Transvestite.
Sweet
Aliens.
transvestite.
Yeah, I loved it. It was so good. The talent of these people is mind-boggling.
I know.
That they could
Tim
do that.
Curry, God.
Oh,
It breaks my heart, the shape he's in now, seeing him like that. It's just so heartbreaking. Between,
know what Rick James
Frankenfurter.
cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that whole cast was doing a lot of drugs, a lot of booze,
They
and a
didn't
lot
know
of
it was
cigs.
bad.
Yeah, no.
You know,
I know. No
misinformation.
No judgment, but it took its toll. That and, his role as Frankenfurter, then Pennywise, and it was just,
Yeah. Well, anyway,
So
now
good.
we're hooked on a soundtrack.
Yeah.
So we keep playing it all the time. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And we've got another buy my brother did. He's right before Christmas. So because we have a treasure chest here that we like to, just do something fun for
yeah,
people.
we've been kind of slacking though. We gotta,
yeah.
we
You've
gotta
been
give
a
people
little
their.
chintzy. You haven't been offering it.
I haven't been chintzy.
Yeah.
I forget. Sorry, I'm
convenient.
calculating invoices, recording in the tracker.
All right. So we'll be on it.
You walk away and I'm still working. Like Kermit.
Are you changing the flight reservation?
I'm
Really?
sorry. What
600
What else did your brother buy besides the ass wipes?
ass wipes, the speakers, the Bluetooth speakers. So I wish I could have brought it down
Please,
here.
no.
Oh.
No. No.
Come on, can I say it? Can I
No.
say it?
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, I will just say this. Like, you know how a lot of times it'll say,
Let me say it. It's made overseas.
made overseas.
And it's not a robot voice.
Yeah, it has the dialect of the person saying that your Bluetooth device is now connected. But it sounds like you call.
No. No.
Come on.
No.
All right.
No. No.
No?
You're not gonna do it. We'll do it on the Patreon
All right.
episode.
Anyhow, so they work great. I mean, this little box powers where you can hear it in the whole warehouse, and so we've been giving them out.
Yeah.
I sent one to Lizzie. They
Yeah.
like it.
Of course. I know she
And-
said the cats will like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of flashing lights. It's like a little party. So they're fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and the blenders, those hand blenders.
Oh, I think we should trade your brother then for those vests that are still sitting here with the toggles that he bought.
Hey, those are going to be big once we, do
If
something
they
with
haven't
them.
been eaten. They're
Not
wool.
way up there. When they're up high, they can't
Oh, they're
get
up
eaten.
high?
Yeah.
I thought they were on the ground.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Oh, the worries of vintage wholesalers.
No. Bridget's worries.
No, they're not your worries until the minute it happens.
Yeah.
I worry.
You can't pre-worry.
Yeah.
No, that's
That's my
a
life.
handicap. No, you can't pre-worry. You worry when shit happens.
Oh.
I've been trying to train this one for so long about don't worry about it till that shit happens. We're getting there. I see progress.
There's preventative measures.
Preventive measures all down for, but worrying about something that could or could not happen is
Like, I think
is-
we would be smart if we could to have all woolens elevated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we could.
Yeah, okay,
Obviously,
let's-
like, we need sweaters on the ground because people are always buying sweaters because they're so great. That's the art. That's the art
So
noise.
I've come up with positive. This is something I've been working on. Like sometimes Bridget will say things, and my normal reaction is what? So now I've just instead of making her feel bad or me getting angry, I just make a little sound going like this. And it makes her laugh and smile. And whatever she wants to fight back with, she forgets about it and we move on to the next thing. She can't do it. She can't do
I
it.
can't do it. Maybe it's because I have nicer teeth.
Oh, I got holes everywhere. Rawr! Yuck mouth, because I don't brush.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite ones, too.
Yuck mouth?
You don't
Was
remember
it
him?
Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah.
There was no yuck mouth.
Well, in your generation, you guys had to wear helmets, too.
No.
You did.
I didn't wear a helmet. Oh, on my bike?
Yeah.
Oh.
You needed a helmet.
Yeah, actually, there was a helmet
See?
law in my hometown. I was in the newspaper for wearing one.
Oh, of course you were.
The guy from the
Population
newspaper drove by and he was like, "Oh, hey, girls, you guys have helmets on. Can I get a picture for the newspaper?
Oh, that's a great angle. Yeah. Before it used to be the van with the bubble gum. Now it's like, hey, you have a helmet? Let me take your picture. Man, you fell for that? Oh,
yeah, it's fucking pedophile
Now I see how
theme.
Tony gets all his models.
Yeah.
Do you have a helmet on? Can I take your picture?
All right, friends, don't forget, if you want to join the patron program, you have 44 episodes. Otherwise, Art and I are going to be much better at doing these.
Yes.
This was a lot of fun. We're at 50 minutes.
All right.
So anything else you want to add before we sign off?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being patient.
And don't be shy. You got a question? Just ask.
Just ask.
I'm
But
listening.
be patient, because I can't answer emails as
Don't
fast as
send
I
it to her.
used to.
Send it to me.
Send it to Art. Call
Yeah.
Art. Art the tart.
You're one consonant away.
No, tart, like, you know, like a hotsy-totsy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, my friends, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, be kind, and don't be basic.
And if you'd like to get one of those music things or some dookie wipes, let me know.
Yeah. We're here for the ass wipes.
Your
Bye.
Bluetooth device.
No. Bye.